small boy, Oliver, with messy hair and slightly crooked glasses, is trying to play his Chrono harmonica. He is a little nervous, because today is the 400th anniversary of Chrono School. He plays the tune again and again, but something feels off. Worry is clearly visible on his face. Beside him is a girl, Melody, who has a very sweet voice. She is warming up her voice, and her friend Bessie is playing a saxophone. Clarence is playing a large cello to help everyone calm down. The three of them look at each other and smile, encouraging one another. Then Tock Timmy, who is the school's clock keeper, stands near a large, old clock. He is fixing the clock, and frustration is visible on his face. He stares at the clock as if it's running fast. School auditorium, which is decorated. Children and teachers are gathering on the stage. Professor Pendulum, who is the school's principal, walks onto the stage. Professor Pendulum smiles and says, "Today we are celebrating the 400th anniversary of Chrono School." Suddenly, a golden clock appears on the stage. The sand in the clock is sparkling, as if it's made of gold. Everyone is surprised. No one knows where the clock came from. Professor Pendulum walks towards the clock and tries to touch it. Just then, the clock plays a sweet tune. The tune is so magical that everyone is mesmerized. But as soon as the tune ends, everyone loses their memory. They can't remember where they are or what they are doing. Everyone is confused and scared. Melody, who is a little calmer, tells everyone to stay calm. She says that they need to go back to regain their memory. The scene changes. The children and teachers are gathering behind the stage. Oliver asks, "What happened?" Melody says, "That clock, it erased our memories." Bessie says, "We have to play that tune backwards." They all play the tune backwards together. Suddenly, time begins to flow in reverse. They all return behind the stage, but this time, there is no one there. Tock Timmy says, "We've traveled through time." They all return to the auditorium, just as Professor Pendulum was about to speak. But this time, Professor Pendulum is saying something different. Melody remembers what Professor Pendulum was going to say, so she sings the correct lines. Everyone is surprised. The band begins to play the Chrono School anthem. As they play, time begins to change. The children and teachers transform into different historical figures. Their costumes begin to change. When the last note plays, Harmonia transforms into a bustling medieval marketplace. The scene changes. In the marketplace, they meet Queen Mablina, who rules Harmonia. The queen takes them to her palace. Inside the palace, they see a golden clock sitting on a throne. Oliver says, "That clock." They rush towards the clock, but just then, Rufus Trumpet plays his trumpet. He accidentally plays the clock's tune forward. The clock repeats the tune, and Queen Mablina's memory is erased. Rufus says, "Oh." They all flee the palace, with the royal guards chasing after them. They all return to the present of Harmonia, but is this also the future? They seek help from Fiona Flute, who uses a loop to figure out how the clock works. She explains that the clock erases moments when its tune coincides with certain historical events. If the clock isn't stopped, it will destroy Harmonia. Clarence cheers everyone up with his melody, even melting Tock Timmy's heart. Everyone travels back in time behind the clock. They encounter dinosaurs, fight Vikings, and have an improvisation session with Mozart. They arrive at the clock's origin, a desolate future Harmonia where time has stopped. There they meet Miss Tock, who created the clock. Miss Tock wanted to correct some historical events and become the sole ruler of Harmonia. An epic musical battle begins. Everyone and Miss Tock play tunes against each other. They speed up time, slow it down, create loops and break barriers. Finally, Oliver plays the Chrono harmonica backwards, correcting everything. The clock breaks and its golden sand turns to dust. Harmonia's memory returns, and Miss Tock realizes her mistake. The scene changes. Everyone returns to the 400th anniversary of the Chrono School. They become heroes, and their story is recorded in the history of Harmonia. Everyone plays the Chrono School anthem. This time, the light illuminates everything. This light does not erase memory, but reveals it. Everyone understands that their actions have shaped Harmonia's past, present, and future. Oliver, Melody, Tock Timmy, Bessie, Clarence, Fiona, and Rufus become the school band and the guardians of Harmonia's history. And when someone asks about that strange day when time went haywire, they smile and say, "Oh, it was just another adventure of the magical time-traveling band of misfits."